Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Back with another general reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to all of you. Hopefully you all are doing very, very well. Staying prayed up. Doing your affirmations. Keeping your thoughts positive. You know how we do over here. Alright? But I've already pulled a few cards, so we're going to go ahead and clarify. But I'm going to go over what the cards are. The first card out is someone doing spell work to steal your essence. Man or woman. Man or woman. Okay? And it's just, is the fact that somebody wants to, embody, the same intent, purposes, your swag, your traits, things that come natural to you, the way you think, your ideology, why you do certain things, why you don't do certain things, stuff like that. Like they want, that all those important things about you that people like, respect, admire, you get compliments on, people kind of, you hold yourself to a high regard. This is, something that somebody want for themselves, especially if they feel like they with somebody that admires some things about you. So, or if they feel like, those things about you is getting you more than what is them being them is getting them. Angel number 111, 111. It came out in reverse, but, either way, it's manifestations, releasing your fears to the universe to transmute to something positive. It came out in reverse. So basically somebody's manifesting at this time, possibly from a place of despair. You know what I'm saying? Being in fear of whatever's going on around them, or however something is making them feel, or whatever, how something is, the process of something is going. So they basically aligning themselves out of fear. They attracting what they manifesting. And they could be blocked, what they doing as far as the spell work, because of the intents, behind them needing to do this. And your vibration too high anyway. So it's what they want, but they need to raise their vibration in order to obtain it. So right now they're aligning themselves with the very thing that they in despair or feeling some type of insecurity about. They aligning themselves with it, with those things. You know what I'm saying? Someone could drive an SUV with tinted windows, or they used to. You used to. Somebody used to. Whoever this reading resonates with. White SUV with tint. Could be significant. The next card. Give anything to hear your voice again. It came out in reverse. So you could have talked to this person, or this is something, that they keeping close to their chest, and probably have been for a while. So it's that moment of somebody, being in some type of mindset of, what it would be like to hear you, to hear from you, to hear your voice. That could be somebody that has told you they like your voice, whatever the case may be. Bottom of the deck, you got the Five of Swords in reverse, Aquarius energy. Somebody could want to compromise, when it comes to them, wanting a reconciliation, coming clean, telling the truth, a confession. Seven of Swords in reverse. But yeah, let's see what's going on, because I feel like somebody don't. It could have been the fact that they, had something going on in the past that may have caused the ending between you and them, but let's see what's up. But I feel like it's got a lot to do with somebody basically wanting to be somebody that they not, and not have their own, somebody wants your traits. You know what I'm saying? They want your swag. They want it. Whatever energy or ideology, whatever mindset you embody, whatever your character, they want it. They want to have that And that takes time. That takes, things that you have to experience and realize the lessons in something in order to be who you are today, or at the present moment. So the way you think or how you speak, they want to talk like you. They want to use, they want to have the lingo you have. They want to have the mindset that you have, the way you feel about certain things, why you do or don't do something, say something, go play, whatever. They want it. Because they feel like that's, something that they can get more recognition from than what they get it. So apparently somebody knows they, man or woman, they don't like what they in alignment with. But that takes, you know what I'm saying, them speaking something over candles and shit like that, trying to harness, whatever it is that they feel like, is bringing you all this nine of pentacles, all this good, you know what I'm saying, these compliments, these good things, you know what I'm saying? So, who is this doing this spell work? Yeah, see somebody watching, spine, 7 pentacles, like somebody watching. Because whatever it is you're doing is things that, are getting you to where, it is that you need to be. Like, it's something that they feel like, is working, you know what I'm saying, for your good. But it's, somebody watching. They're watching you. They're watching you build. They're watching you grow. Doing spell work to steal your essence. Give me some more on this. Clarify who's doing this. But you got Taurus out here so far with this 7 of Pentacles. Doing spell work to steal your essence. Clarify. Doing spell work to steal your essence. Yeah. 5 of Swords. Aquarius energy. The 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Like somebody feels like there's, this competition, or they feel some type of defeat. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them feeling like this, it's causing, some type of imbalance for, and this is, an imbalance for them, period. But I feel like this is them feeling some type of way when it comes to them wanting to come out on top. You know what I'm saying? Like this is somebody that wants to compete. At the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck to the Emperor, Magician, 4 Swords. It's like somebody also, is intimidated, you know what I'm saying, by you. Like this could be a masculine, could be a feminine as well, or it could be a feminine and a masculine energy. Because believe it or not, you got quite a few masculines that will, want to be. And at this point, it's about people just giving folks, credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? And work harder on yourself, you know what I'm saying, to obtain whatever goal you feel like you possibly can obtain, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to you actually working on yourself instead of having to copy it, you know what I'm saying. This is one thing, to have some type of respect, you know what I'm saying, for other people because they carry themselves, they have the character that they do, about themselves. But I feel like, 5 of Cups, I'm like something unended when it's somebody being in despair about why something is over. You know what I'm saying? Or just not appreciating something when they had it. Because somebody's manifesting. They are. Like somebody want to lay something to rest, 4 Swords. Could be healing. But it's like, somebody in despair. What's the Five of Swords? Clarify the Five of Swords. Does somebody want to compete, possibly with an Aquarius? I don't know, child. What's the Five of Swords? Clarify the Five of Swords. But they watching. Watching you, focus on what you're doing. Planning. What's the Five of Swords? 57 could be of significance. 55. What's the Five of Swords? The Two of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah. See, whatever done ended between you and somebody else, like there's something that they feel, or somebody that they ended up with. I feel like somebody wanted to like block the fact that somebody had some type of character about them that they didn't have, and I feel like somebody made it about looks at first, maybe because of like somebody's attraction to another person. Two of Cups, like somebody had like a magnetic attraction, like but this is also an offer. But I feel like whatever it is between you and another person is strong, regardless of what somebody was thinking another person needed to look like or something like that, or maybe they saw the looks. You know how people go down the list of things when they want to say why they feel like a person was involved with another person, man or woman. Once they get out of the way, like how she look, when somebody move on to another person, or they got cheated on, by another person, or somebody else had other options. You know what I'm saying? They want to know who these other options are. How they look first. Okay, they don't look so bad. They could look better, or I look better. Boom. Okay, so what they do for work? Oh, they ain't got no money. Okay, boom. What else they do? They ain't got no car. They got a car. What kind of car they got? You know what I'm saying? They just go down that list of like study trying to devalue another person by way of comparing themselves to that person's situation, their looks, their money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Their character. And the character part, their personality part, is the part that somebody's wanting to embody. You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is like something they maybe cannot feel. They don't see, somebody was just surface level. So whatever it was that they saw on the outside, they went with that. You know what I'm saying? And they may have that. But it may be something else that keeps somebody still interested in you to give you this offer. Like there's still an attraction, you know what I'm saying, that somebody has to you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be a Cancer, but it's still like an attraction, like that somebody still has to you. And with this Nine of Pentacles, it talks about your essence. You know what I'm saying? Your elegance. You know what I'm saying? Your way of doing things, your way of thinking, how you do things, like how people, just are very giving. You know what I'm saying? Very nice. But they also see you as somebody they wouldn't mind doing anything for. Like you maybe don't have to ask these people for something, and even if you do, it's things that people may not like, don't mind doing for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like things that you may help somebody with. It's like a rewarded effort. You know what I'm saying? That somebody will give you something like just for helping them, or you help them navigate through something, or you let them help them to see something differently, or you give them some insight to something that they may not have knew a whole lot about, and they reward you for it. You know what I'm saying? Not that you asked for it, but Nine of Pentacles, like you self-efficient, surrounded in greatness, not just because of somebody giving, but because you have like a character that's very giving. It's giving. I don't know how else to explain. Like you just somebody that people don't mind doing things for you. You may not even really ask people for shit. You know what I'm saying? But there's things that align you with, situations where you end up getting services for little or nothing or free. You know what I'm saying? Things may be more given to you than you have to actually ask for or buy. You know what I'm saying? Or pay for. But it's like somebody want to come in with a lot of passion, a lot of bravery, when it comes to them possibly, wanting to take action. Like this could be, somebody using them things about you as an inspired way, like you inspire somebody, to come towards you. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Cups. Especially if you ended out a cycle with this person, or there's, some things that they feel like, they failed, or a cycle ended because of, something that may have ruined that connection or whatever, some deep wounds. But star, like somebody they could be being guided towards you, but at this point, it's like somebody finds you to be an inspiration, like a guide for them. Give me some more on this person doing this spell work. Doing spell work is still your essence. Give me some more on this person who is doing this. Who is it that feels like they need to do this? Who is it that needs to steal the collective's essence? Like, what's this about? Doing spell work. Who is this doing spell work? Yeah, 7 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So it's one of somebody's options. Okay. Somebody may have had endless choices. They may have had, some wishful thinking, when it came to them having all these distractions, when it came to them making a decision or trying to figure out like who, you know, to choose from, who to give a cup to. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it's like somebody want to compete. They want to compete for this emperor. Because with this devil in the 5 of Cups, like somebody definitely want, like something to go their way, because I feel like it's causing some type of like conflict of interest, when it comes to somebody having all these endless choices, like looking for their purpose, in other places other than within themselves. And I feel like somebody now is having, to like rush into something or feel like they in fear of like losing on their end, like this defeat. Like somebody don't want to be defeated. They intimidated by somebody's essence. Like they may have the looks, they may have the money, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have the character that somebody, or they don't embody, certain things that another person finds to be very attractive about somebody. And they may not look, they may even look better than the collective. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But when it comes to somebody actually wanting to compete, they looking in places that they feel like, they can compare until they don't have, that thing that they feel like this person is still attracted to. Regardless, like they may have a bigger this, they may have a more of that, they may have more hair than you, they may whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to what somebody is still attracted to, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like somebody is still attracted to what they like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody's intimidated by it. And it's like, if I can be more like that person, what it is that they like about that person, if I can have that, then I can have that person. Or I can get the person I want, or I can get this person. And this King of Wands could be at the bottom of the day. This could be a business owner, an entrepreneur. But something is, magnetic between this King of Wands and this Queen of Swords. Like they know this person got boundaries and things like that, but they could be, conflicting, with somebody, that wants to compete. I think they could have put you in a silent competition with somebody that really was not somebody that could compare to you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they felt like, if they were more like you, or even if they helped this person to be more like you, it wouldn't give them what they looking for. So it's like a 5 of Cups still happened. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever they were trying to get out of something, they failed horribly. Clarify, give anything to hear your voice again. Who is this? Give anything to hear your voice again. Why is it in reverse? Give anything to hear your voice again. Show me this person. And you could have this person blocked, because I feel like, this person could be in a situation where they, afraid of reaching out because they don't know, where they stand with you now. And that could have been something that, was a feeling or something that they had you feeling like at some point. Give anything to hear your voice again, clarify. Give anything to hear your voice again. You got the Temperance, the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Sagittarius. So somebody, waiting to find balance, find better solutions to a situation, or this is, them possibly looking at how they having to wait now on the universe to balance something out. Like they finding better solutions, or looking at how, that cooperation is necessary, especially when it comes to their guides, the angelic angels. Because I feel like somebody now wants to, bring some type of balance or harmony to something now. After this cycle done closed out, somebody on the Judgment, Page of Cups. Yeah. Clarify the Temperance. Yeah. Got the Ten of Cups with the Strength. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Star. And the Ace of Wands. Somebody in some emotional pain. Three of Swords. Like heartbreak. Because someone sees you as somebody, that overcomes obstacles, or you overcame something to get to this Ten of Cups. Like somebody sees, how strong you actually are. And it's like this person know they have to overcome, whatever obstacles it is. Like they know you have done it, but I feel like at some point this person is gonna, have to, get themselves out of this situation if, they want to move forward. Because I feel like this Ten of Cups is something you got regardless, whether you got it with them or not. With your will, your strength, your bravery, to overcome a lot of things, especially, you know, some tough times. I feel like, still, is there, but I feel like they want this Ten of Cups. Like somebody got to find better solutions, to their situations. When they find themselves, in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have boundaries with people. They didn't have any, self discipline. Self goals, self respect. You know what I'm saying, for themselves. So whatever they allowed Seven of Cups, to be how they decided something, like it was a lot of lack there for them to feel like they needed to have more to decide, when it really was just a lot of outside interference that caused some distractions that did not get them anywhere. But now it, what I'm saying, got somebody that feels like they need to compete for this Two of Cups because of some attraction that somebody still have for another person. And that person now, is possibly praying, to find a better solution, to bring balance and harmony, what I'm saying, and strength to something so they can get to this, this Ten of Cups. Could be a fire sign. You could have fire, and you could be an air sign with fire in your chart. Could be an air sign dealing with a fire sign dealing with a water sign. You got Taurus out here with the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify this. Give me one more on the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. What's the Seven of Pentacles? Yeah, it's a third party situation. It's just, I ain't gonna say, I want to say unfortunate. Got the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but it's like somebody basically, was trying to keep, somebody at a stalemate by way of like trying to, like keep something hidden or keep, some type of communication, from being had. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like somebody trying to use their words, you know what I'm saying, to keep somebody, from making a decision, from seeing, them differently than somebody else. And it's like somebody asking another person too, because I'm getting that, I'm hearing that, like somebody asking about another person. You know how somebody will say, what is it made you start dealing with that person in the first place, or what is it you found so attractive about them in the first place? I got this, I got that, and it's like somebody maybe wasn't telling them what it was, or it was something that they wanted to see for themselves, but it's like somebody basically was like, stuck making some difficult choices, because whatever it was is like making somebody question, why they with another person or what they see in another person. And you can see this person is blindfolded. You know what I'm saying? They blinded to whatever it is that, they not seeing. Especially when it comes to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like somebody was blinded, by who to choose from or whoever they put themselves in a third party with the Seven of Cups. Like somebody was, what I'm saying, not seeing a lot of things, because a lot of these people were wearing masks. So when they trying to, be somebody that they not, it's harder to tell who is the real them. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody damn near in their own head, with being at a crossroads or, in a series of just some difficult ass choices. Eight of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Yeah. And somebody may have felt like, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, somebody may have felt like they had no other choice but to walk away, let something go. Because I feel like, if they felt like walking away was the only option, or they left you with no other choice but to walk away. But I feel like that's not, you know, something that somebody found easy to do. Like they ain't had no other choice but to walk away, especially if you know, walked away from this person first. Collective, if you walked away from this person first, it's like they felt like they ain't had no other reason. They ain't had no other, like they felt abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Like they felt like you made a decision for them, basically. You know what I'm saying? So they felt like they had no other reason but to let go. You know what I'm saying? But this Three of Pentacles is like a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Some teamwork. You know, some recognition that somebody want for this Four of Wands, but like now somebody juggling. You know, when it comes to them making a choice, making a decision, putting up boundaries. Slept on her intelligence. Your fault. Yeah. So somebody slept on your intelligence. Like whatever they felt like, you know, you compared to, or whoever they felt like, you know, they had other choices, or whoever this is that wanted to compete with you, like they may have slept on your intelligence. Somebody did. Somebody got some mishead sisters want to come in and play on somebody, play hero to you. That's for somebody. Jealous, envious sister or sisters. So I feel like maybe this person, whoever this is, that, you know, wish they could hear your voice again, misses hearing your voice. I'll give anything to hear your voice. Like somebody got some mishead sisters or a sister. What's the actions moving forward in this situation? What's the future actions moving forward? What is this person's actions moving forward in this situation with the collective? What's the actions moving forward? Future actions. What's their future actions moving forward? Got the Page of Cups. So somebody could be working on some ideas or something like that they want to come in and express, you know, something to you with this Page of Cups. Future actions moving forward. Clarify the Page of Cups. Future actions moving forward. Situation. What's their future actions moving forward? Clarify the Page of Cups. Future actions moving forward. Clarify the Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? Yeah, got the Emperor. I'm gonna say this, collective. Whatever fears you might have, release them to the universe to transmute to something positive. Don't manifest something you don't want to have to deal with. All right. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Because I feel like somebody wants you to be in some type of despair, or they want to see you in some type of low vibrational energy so that they can get this spell work to be effective. This is where somebody else is already at. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, you know, being in isolation, you know, make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're in hermit, make it work for you. But whatever it is, you know, your manifestations, you know what I'm saying, are very important. So when your vibration is high, you manifest, pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you see yourself in that moment. You see yourself happy. You know what I'm saying? Trust whatever you manifested, whatever you prayed about, whatever you petitioned about. When it comes to moving forward, whether it's in love, money, career, family, finances, trust, that the Most High will fix it. If you ask him to fix it, he said he'll do it. Okay? But you have to know once you ask, let it go. You know what I'm saying? You gave it to the person you can trust it, those manifestations with. Go on. Go on about your day. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever's coming in is coming in fast. Alright? 8 of Wands. And it may be coming from somebody, with a broken heart that could be, coming in, as somebody that's, you know, uh, in some despair, upset even, you know what I'm saying, tears even. But listen, it's it's basically, someone possibly feeling this way themselves. So it's not easy for them, either. And it doesn't have to be. It's not your, job to make it easier for them. But don't block yourself, from your blessing. Because I feel like I said earlier, to someone, your divinity, your divine connection, what I'm saying, is important. So if you have a divine partner, then it's important, especially if you're in a contract with that person in the ethers, it's important for you to, what I'm saying, come together at this time. It's that time, all right? So don't let, however long it's been since you've been involved with this person or a new person or something like that when it comes to your emperor. Because for some of you, it is a past person. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get to incarnate with your emperor every time you incarnate. For those of you that understand what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, this ain't for you. Let it go. All right? But when you're in a divine contract, it's already in the ethers. It's already done happened in the ethers. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to in the physical, as above, so below, there's gonna be divine intervention that will come into play if it need be. And ain't no spell work, ain't no whatever gonna stop it. So at this point, it's important for your emperors to be emperor. Okay, they need to be the true divine masculine. They need to be standing in their role, not trying to embody the essence of one. If they're gonna be an empress, they're gonna have to be standing in their empress energy on a daily, even behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? They need to be able to not just spit out a quote, and post something, real catchy. Living it, all right? Living it, even when ain't nobody looking. Because the Most High always see what the fuck going on. Always. It ain't no game with him. It ain't no hiding, ain't no playing, ain't no ducking and dodging. You are who you. If you saying you that, the Most High gotta know. And if you ain't, he gonna expose it. So, if this is your emperor, this is your divine masculine. This, what I'm saying, it's important for you to, what I'm saying, use your intuition, your discernment, but also, be that empress that you are. You know what I'm saying? Standing in your power. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But ask your angels for a sign of that person, that emperor, that empress, to be present at the time when you cross paths or whenever you speak to this person. And let that sign be something that you alone know, that's your answer when you're talking to anybody. All right? But that's something you keep to yourself, especially if you're journaling. So if you're not journaling, start. Don't depend on your phone notes and all that to be something that you rely on. Because if something happened to technology, nothing can happen to your hand and a piece of paper. A receipt, I don't give a damn. Write it down. Ask for a sign of that person when they do come back around, or that new person when they do show up, to be, that green light for you. All right? So I'm going to end it here. You guys make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Until next time, you guys. I love you. Bye.